Hello everybody. I'll be doing analysis of my friend Mark. So we're gonna see which one. Okay, let's do a Zerg Protoss. And Zerg Protoss is very controlled by the Protoss on what strategy he's gonna do and stuff like that. Protoss tends to be really cheesy against Zerg, in my opinion. But I haven't seen this replay. I'm just gonna do this off by knowledge and all that kind of good stuff. So we see that stryffe here. I'm gonna be making drones. I'm gonna put John on production tab, and we're gonna watch from only his view on what he's doing and what he's gonna go for. And I'm gonna do a first-person view. Yeah, why not? So here you see that he's sending one overlord to the left, and he's gonna scout cross positions with his drone. That's a really good technique, but if the opponent's on the left, he'll find them. It doesn't matter. This is a pretty good Shang. Actually, he's gonna scout bottom right. I'm eating electropan for you guys. So at the moment, it seems like he's gonna go for like a possible 15 hatch or 14 pull. I mean 15 hatch, 15 pull. So we're just gonna see what he does scouting. And okay, I think that was a good decision by him by going hatchery first, but he doesn't know that cross position. So that's pretty good that he's going hatchery first. Then he should get out a spawning pool next once he gets 200 minerals. So he sees the gateway, and he's gonna see a pylon. He's gonna see 2 pylons at his base. So that's something that there's no secret pylons. You gotta make sure that you count the pylons in the Protoss base. So if you count like 1 pylon right there and then you run around the base for a while, and you don't see the second one, that means that the second pylon is somewhere around your base or somewhere in a proxy location. So right now the scouting is pretty good. He sees what's in front. He sees the gateway. But one thing that he didn't scout was the gas. He didn't count how many gas he had. So that means he's playing in the dark right now. All he knows is it's a gateway. And he doesn't know if he's going mass zealots or he's trying to boosting zealots or anything like that. At this point he's sending overlords around the map. So that's pretty good. He's trying to scout and stuff like that. And he's getting 3 on gas. Okay. He's gonna get speedlings pretty fast. And he's gonna drone up this thing. And he's making 2 zerglings and 2 drones. That amount of zerglings is pretty good, I guess. And you also want to take control of the Naga towers, but the ideal number is 4. That means he's gonna be economically greedy with what he's gonna produce. And he should be droning up. Now we're gonna see an overlord scout over here. He's gonna be behind the Protoss minerals. Like basically doesn't know that he's gonna get 4 gated at this point. But he is sending the zerglings to scout his main base. We have to pay attention to the main map. And I don't agree with that. He was trying to get the pro, but instead of getting the pro, he should have tried to scout it, his Protoss base, and see what he's up to. Since the zealot was out of position, he would have been able to get some scouting information. And now he's going to spread the creep. And he's putting 2 spawn callers to be safe. Because I suppose he suspects a 4 gate, but I'm not too sure about it. But that's playing safe. And he's getting his 3rd queen out. And he's going to be ejecting it first. And he wants to spread the creep aggressively, which he's doing right now. And he's doing pretty good. At this point, he should stop making drones and make more zealots. More zerglings, sorry. And he should be teching to Roach. If you suspect a 4 gate, you might as well get Roach. in order to defend against zealots, stalkers, and sentries. So he doesn't have speed just yet, but that's a good thing that he's actually reacting to it. And he's joining up just a little bit, but not too much. But he wants to constantly produce army now, because this is very scary. And the fact is that he doesn't have control of the Naga towers. And since he doesn't have control of the Naga towers, he doesn't see the push. But now he sees the push, and now he knows that he's in trouble. I guess he has to wait for speed, and that's where you want to engage, is with speed, and you want to prolong the attack. See, now this I don't agree with, that he's attacking head first. He should have tried to wait for more zerglings and take up to Roach and defend where his spine collars is, and that's more important to to stay alive and stuff like that. So at this point now he's in trouble. Now I'm just gonna go back. I'm gonna pause it now, and I'm gonna get out his first point of view. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play through what he could have done better. Alright, so okay, the 2 spine collars up. I'm gonna actually turn on the thing, and then see if he had control of these Zealot Naga towers, he would see the zealot pushing out, right? But he doesn't know. And this overlord should have been scouted here much earlier. So it should have been, that should have been a sacrificial overlord to see what's going on here. So he has 4 gateways, and he's gonna push out. So if he had a Zealot Naga tower over here, this would have been game changing, I think. So here comes the 4 gates. He's gonna start pushing out, and he's gonna scout it with these 2 links. So he definitely sees it. Now this is the part where it becomes a huge blunder in his play. He has a decent amount of army. He has 21 zerglings against these 3 stalkers, 3 zealots, but he didn't have speed yet. What I've been doing was he could have made 2 more spine collars to be in the back right here to be more safe, instead of putting them up here, because if you put up 2 front, the Protoss will most likely hit it. Will most likely force you to cancel it. Right? He does have superior numbers, but keep in mind he has 3 zealots and 3 stalkers. The timing would have been perfect right here, I would think. But it's not. Now there's 2 more zealots joining in and a stalker joining in, and then this is just a bad engagement overall. And everything just falls apart. So let's think of it as a different perspective. If these 3 kings and his zealots were here defending against this kind of push, he wouldn't won the game. Reason why he wouldn't won the game is because the Protoss has cut probes, and he's sacrificing economy against stryffe, who has more drones, and he can drone up much faster and easier than the Protoss. So Mark, your engagement here was not great. Wait for the Protoss to push in, or either that, or you can send your zerglings and counterattack. But you want to make sure you have 4 spines against a 4 gate. Another thing is the scouting information. If you had both of the Naga towers, right, and on top of that, if you were in front of his base with zealots, zerglings, then you would have suspected something fishy or cheesy is going on in the proxy 4 gate. So just keep in mind for that, and don't engage. If you have spine collars and you want to reposition it here, or maybe here, cover this whole area, and then you want to wait for the Protoss to push in. So then you have static defense, and you also have an army protecting your base. And at this point, I'm just gonna fast forward it because that's pretty much game. But he does manage to hold off. But to me, he's way behind. He's behind drones, and he's sacrificing a lot of economy. And the spine collar position wasn't that great. And then at this point, yeah, see the roach one was really late. So, like I said earlier, the roach one has to be put down earlier so he can deal with this kind of push. And overall, stryffe did act accordingly, but made the big blunder of pushing in too early, or pushing in without his static defenses, such as spine collars. And that's the moral of the game. So scouting, number 1 priority, scouting. Number 2 is knowing when to attack and knowing when to play defensive, because you can't be offensive against a 4 gate unless you go for a base trade. You send Zerglings here, let them stream in through here and kill his probes and stuff like that. But then your base will be vulnerable against his attack. That's why you want to put, if earlier in the game, if you would have put 2 more spine collars here, and once they fully morphed in, burrow them here, and basically you want to prolong that push against Zerg. And yeah, I hope I did good on that one. I did pretty bad. I did pretty bad. Let's see. Channel. I will go went bad big time. I'll do one more. I'll do 2 in this show. Well, it's not really a show. It's more like an analysis for my friend. Alright, so we have a Zerg versus Terran. They're close air position, but further away from each other for ground level. I'm just gonna speed it up because the beginning of the game is, it's not that fun, and I'm gonna get straight to seeing the action and stuff. So our Terran's gonna wall off, but I don't really care about our Terran. And hold up. I'll close the door because it's cold. Okay, so back to the game, guys. Back to the game. So we're gonna pause it here, and then we get a thing. Alright, so we're gonna see that he scouted, and he's gonna see not a lot. Your scouting pattern has to be, okay, you see the barracks, you wanna go around here, and with any hidden shit, and then you wanna see how many gases he has. Now, he has 1 gas, but I don't think he knows that. He could be going from 1 barrack stand, all these cheesy moves, 2 racks. So you wanna try to stay in the turn phase as long as possible, and sacrifice that drone has the scouting information. So, but since this is close air positions, it should be pretty easy for him to see what the Terran is going for. So he went 14 pull first. Okay, so this is to kind of deal with any kind of pressure that the Terran might put on him. So he does make 6 lings. Okay, 6 lings. I'm not so sure why he made 6 lings. Could have made 4. 4 would have been just fine. So he's gonna poke up here and see what he has. This is a good poke. Basically, he saw a barracks, and you can see a marauder, and you see another barracks. So he knows that he can get marauders fairly early. So I don't know what the Terran's doing, to be honest, but we're gonna see what happens in late game or mid game. So he is getting his gas for speed, but he doesn't have an expansion up yet. So he is joining up. So he's gonna poke again. Remember, you want to control the Zananga towers. So there you go. Alright, you listened to me for this time. And you wanna, at this point, you should be getting your expansion. You don't want to stay on 1 base too long, because you'll get further behind. You see your money starts to rise up without a second hatchery. So I'm not sure what he's thinking right now, but these are placed in good positions to deal with any drops that might come or any banshees. But the thing is, now he's playing back in the dark. But he knows that he has 2 racks and a refine. He doesn't know if he has a refinery or not. But he could assume because he has a tech lab, of course. I'm such an idiot. So he's gonna go Bane. So this is, I'm not sure whether he's playing a Bailing Nest to be safe or he's gonna go for a Bailing Bus. But considering that he's making 10 more Zerglings, he might go for a Bailing Bus. So now the turn is pushing out with 4 Marauders, which I'm not entirely sure why. Because that's a strat. These Sprung Colors are not really needed against 4 Marauders, but I guess he wanted to be safe. And pretty much he just, okay. I was gonna say that he could have engaged that army, because Marauders don't do good against mass units, like the Marauder versus like 4 drones or 6 drones.